Hello friends, we now will be discussing in this video the market regulations of financial market. We have seen that initially before 1992 Finance Ministry was governing financial market through SCRA Act, which is Securities Contract Regulation Act. But when we saw that scams like Harshad Mehta came into the scene, the government felt the need of a regulatory body which could look after very meticulously about the market regulations, so that the smooth functioning of tradings and investment could happen in the financial market. At the same time, there should be protection of customers, investors and traders' interest, which was very mandatory for the financial market. So we see that SEBI has been set up, and after that till now SEBI has done very well in regulating the Indian financial market. Though there have been a few of more we can say scams that came into existence, and every time a scam comes up, SEBI amends its rules and regulation, because that was not thought previously that this could also happen. So coming on to the importance, role, and what is the meaning, what is the introduction of SEBI. So I'm beginning my intro to SEBI. The government issued an ordinance on January 30, 1992 for giving statutory powers to SEBI. This act was passed by the Parliament, Act number 15 of 1992, which received the assent of the Parliament on 4th April 1992. Further, on May 29, 1992, the government issued an ordinance abolishing the Capital Issues Control Act 1947. The ordinance also supersedes the various guidelines issued by CCI from time to time. Accordingly, SEBI has been set up under the SEBI's Act 1992. Now, what was the purpose why SEBI was set up? The purpose of SEBI's Act is to provide for the establishment of board called Securities and Exchange Board of India. The purpose the board was laid down in its preamble is as now what I'm going to say. First one is to protect the interest of the investors in securities, to promote the development of securities market, to regulate the securities market, and the fourth one is to manage connected therewith and incidental thereto, to the matters that are connected with the securities market. What are the functions of SEBI? Section 11 of the SEBI's Act specifies the basic duties of SEBI. First and foremost and most important function is to protect the interest of investor in the securities, yes, for which SEBI is primarily set up. Second is to promote the development of and to regulate the securities market. Now, there are SEBI's guidelines for each and every aspects that are there in stock market or financial market. And first we'll be dealing with the SEBI guidelines for issue of securities. The SEBI has issued detailed detailed guidelines in respect of issue of securities to the public. The guidelines were first issued on 11 June 1992 and were amended subsequently from time to time. SEBI issued consolidated guidelines as SEBI Disclosure and Investor Protection Guidelines in 2000, while its circular number 1 dated 19/1/2000. These guidelines were applicable to all public issues by listed and unlisted companies, all offers for sale and right issues by listed companies whose equity share is listed, except in case of right issues where the aggregate value of securities offered does not exceed rupees 50 lakhs. The three methods of issuing securities to the public that SEBI allows is first, conventional method of receiving application through bankers, second is book building, and third is online listing of stock exchanges, that is through IPO. Now we see the limitations that SEBI has faced over several years is that though SEBI has was started as a watchdog in protecting investor interest, regulating the working of stock exchange and promoting capital market, still it faces number of problems in its working. Some of these limitations are as follows. First, The central government has authorized SEBI to frame its rules and regulation for activities monitoring capital markets. These rules and regulation will have to be approved by the government first. This will cause unnecessary delays and interference by the finance ministry. The bureaucratic delays in clearing the rules will hamper the working of SEBI. The government should direct SEBI to frame or change the rules as per the demand of the situation so that it is able to achieve professional efficiency, and this has also helped SEBI to take quick decisions regarding market matters. Next is the SEBI will have to seek prior approval for filing criminal complaints for the violation of the regulations. This will again cause delay at the government level. SEBI has not been given autonomy. Its board of directors is dominated by government nominees. The chairman of the board has no fixed tenure and can be sacked with 3 months' notice. These appointments should be for a fixed tenure to regulate the SEBI's working for long run. We can see these are some of the laxities that limitations that SEBI is facing, and with the passage of time, there have been the thought process going on to rectify those problems. Now, what are the SEBI's guidelines for the primary market? Then primary market, we all know, and as discussed in our previous video, that it facilitates capital growth by encouraging individuals to convert savings into investment. Primary market, being the part of capital market, also issue new securities. Government of public sector institution and companies can obtain funds in exchange of a new stock or bonds issued via an investment banks or financial syndicates of securities dealers. It encourages initial public offering, IPOs. So, what are the SEBI guidelines for first issue? A new company which has not completed 12 months of commercial operation will not be allowed to issue shares at a premium. If an existing company with a 5-year track record of consistent profitability is promoting a new company, then it is allowed to price its issue. A draft of the prospectus has to be given to the SEBI before public issue. The shares of the new companies have to be listed either with OTCEI or any other stock exchange. Now, what are the SEBI guidelines for secondary market? All the companies entering the capital market should give a statement regarding fund utilization of previous issue. Brokers are to satisfy capital adequacy norms so that the member firms maintain adequate capital in relation to outstanding positions. The stock exchange authorities have to alter their bylaws with regards to capital adequacy norms. All the brokers should submit with SEBI their audited accounts, which is very essential. The brokers must also disclose clearly the transaction price of securities and the commission earned by them. This will bring transparency and accountability for the brokers. The sixth point is the broker should issue within 24 hours of the transaction contract notes to the clients. This has also expedited the transaction in financial market. Next one is the broker must clearly mention their accounts, details of fund belonging to clients and that of their own. Next is the margin money on certain securities has to be paid by claims so that speculative investments are prevented. The market makers are introduced for certain scripts by which brokers become responsible for the supply and demand of the securities and the price of the securities is maintained. A broker cannot underwrite more than 5% of the public issue. All transactions in the markets must be reported within 24 hours to SEBI. The brokers of Bombay and Calcutta must have capital adequacy of rupees 5 lakhs and for Delhi and Ahmedabad it is 2 lakhs. Members who are brokers have to pay security deposit and this is fixed by SEBI. Now, what is investors protection legislation that is implemented under the section 11 subsection 2 of the SEBI's Act? To measure the measures are as follows. First, the stock exchange and other securities market business regulation. Second, registering and regulating the intermediaries of the business like brokers, transfer agents, banker, trustees, registrars, portfolio managers, investment consultant, merchant bankers, etc. Next, recording and monitoring the work of custodian, depositors, participants, foreign investors, credit rating agencies, etc. And registering investment schemes like mutual fund and venture capital funds and regulating their functions. Promotion and controlling of self-regulatory companies, keeping a check on frauds and unfair trading methods related to the securities market, observing and regulating major transactions and takeover of the companies, carry out investors awareness and education programs, train the intermediaries for the business inspecting and auditing the securities exchange and intermediaries, assessment of fees and other charges are few of the important functions of the SEBI that is being done by SEBI. So we can see that how SEBI has expedited its work, and it has helped the financial markets to regulate smoothly. The investors' interest is protected, so there is more of the trust you can see of the investors, that until SEBI is there, the norms are there, the regulations are there, their money will not, they will not be getting cheated, or their money getting into some kind of pit from there they cannot get it. So all the laxities that were there of the past, that has been removed by SEBI, and SEBI has evolved from the time it was incorporated till now in a very good way. We can see that now SEBI is more stringent with its rules and regulation. The execution of penalties has been very prompt. The brokers and depository participants are fearing of doing any kind of major frauds. So these are the things that SEBI has come up with over the years, and that has improved financial market in India. And there is always scope for improvement, and SEBI is doing every day those is giving a thought to those every day. So we can see that in times to come it will surely improve, and improve in a much better way. So this is all we have for in this video. If you have any queries, you can contact me on my email. Thank you so very much.